How's it going, Catter Crew? Liam Catterson here, and we're going to be doing some Buffy the Vampire Slayer reactions with episode number 3. I like that intro. Hello, Catter Crew. It's very unique and all of that, and I really, it's a working thing. So if you guys like it, we're going to start incorporating that because it's unique, I like it, and I don't think anyone else has it, because if so, we're gonna fight to the death. No, I'm kidding. No, but hello everyone. It's episode number 3 of season 2, called School Hard. Looking forward to this because season 2 has been absolutely fun so far with the first 2 episodes. Episode 1, still phenomenal stuff. With how they tackled Buffy's PTSD and her relishing about her death in the final episode of season 1. Episode 2 wasn't as spectacular, but it was still pretty decent stuff, and it was depressing. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what episode 3 has on offer. Extended reaction should be up on Patreon, but we're going to go into a bit of a discussion because I don't think I've addressed this on camera. And not everyone's going to check the comments section. You can skip ahead a few minutes if you want. It's an important topic, but as I've learned with my OA reactions, that might not matter. So, yeah. But yeah, we're going to be talking about spoilers and all of that because, like I said, I don't think it hasn't been addressed. It's been brought up in terms of concern in the comment section, but not everyone's going to read the comment section, so I feel like it's best for me to address this situation. So first things first, so you can get a bit of an idea, episode 7 of season 1 is going to come out tomorrow in terms of this recording perspective. I'm recording episode 3 season 2 now, but I'm going to be releasing the YouTube version of episode 7 season 1 tomorrow. That's because of a couple of factors. Patreon, because they are like a bunch of episodes ahead of the YouTube release, but also because it creates a safety barrier for spoilers. So yeah. But, yeah, we're going to be talking about spoilers because people have been bringing up that concern about you should probably hire a mod so they can clean up the comment section and make... because apparently Buffy is nefarious with spoilers, and not just spoilers, but hints, and it kind of ruining the impact the episode will give to the viewer. So yeah, people have brought up their concerns, and they felt that that annoyance that people have ruined an aspect of Buffy for them and all of that. The good news is I have a wonderful, spectacular mod who is always cleaning up the comment section. You should check out my held in review comment section. Some of them are probably blocked words, but ever since Buffy started, I've not checked that I've not checked that section whatsoever, because that's all the work of my moderator Susie, who you might have seen going around cleaning up the section, telling people to be respectable and all of that. But she's done a tremendous job because she's wanting me to go through this experience clean as possible. And it's a long season. Well, no, it's not a long season. It's a long series, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's if you also include Angel into the mix as well. So the risk is high. And it's not just assholes who just want to spoil it because people can be dicks and all of that. But it's also, I mean, I'm not going to blame people for using poor wordplay and all of that, but this is what I'm talking about when I talk about the impact of the episode. Like, people can say, oh, I mean, well, first off, like I said, I'm a few episodes ahead, so you could say next episode is going to blow your mind because I've already seen it. But if you're talking about like, oh, I can't wait for you to get to the finale of season 2 because you're not going to be emotionally ready, that kind of seeds the idea, doesn't it, about how I'm going to feel regarding that. I want to go into this completely surprising me. Like when, like for example, the final episode of season 1, I thought they were going to go with the whole defy the prophecy shtick because there was the prophecy, Buffy's going to die. They're going to find a way to usurp that. but they didn't. And I really, really like that. So, yeah, and I had no idea going into this finale what to expect, and I really liked that. So, yeah, it might seem a bit brutal. Like I'm also open to the idea of having more moderators in the future if people are interested and like to keep frequently checking the comment section. But Susie's done a really, really fantastic job, and I haven't addressed this in videos, so I want to say thank you so much, Susie. You're an absolute gem, and I'm sending so much love to you because you've done a really, really spectacular job at trying to make this as fresh of an experience for me as possible. And she's also brought up that concern in the comment section that it might seem a bit malicious, like, because there's going to be people who are innocently commenting on all of that, who might have used poor wordplay that it is kind of considered spoilerific and all of that. But sometimes you have to be cruel to be, I guess, cruel to be kind. I guess to be kind to me, I guess. I don't know, but it's not like she's doing this as an abuse of power and all of that. I can see what she's doing. Like, she doesn't want to do this, but and especially if someone like, what I'm okay with as well, I will say this: if like, some people put spoilers ... and then I'm okay with that because I'm not going to tap into that discussion. You guys can have your own discussion, but if someone doesn't have a warning or whatever, then yeah, that's where it draws the line. And Susie will like, she's addressed her concerns and all of that about people thinking that her actions are going to be a bit malicious, especially if someone comments something innocent and then someone puts a complete spoiler and all of that, and she has to delete that entire thread because you can't remove comments. Like, if it's I'm gonna put a timer on this because I've realized how long I've talked, but this is a really, really deep conversation. But you can't delete a comment in a thread. Like, if someone replies to your comment, you can't delete that specific comment. You have to delete the entire thread. So yeah, so hopefully people are really giving props to Susie, because she's done, like, for me, like I said, she's done a really, really spectacular job. And if others want to help try to keep the comment sections as clean as possible and all of that, that would be great. You don't have to, but I really, really loved how Susie did. I think Susie volunteered, and I was like, I'd be happy to, because beforehand, I had nobody basically going over my comment section, picking out comments that might be spoilerific and all of that. I was basically going into this gunfight unarmored and all of that. So yeah, but Susie came around and gave me armor. So yes. No, but in all seriousness, if you guys, if there's anyone who wants to keep this as clean as possible, help Susie out as well, that would be really, really great. You don't have to, but I know that spoilers and poor wordplay, etc., has been of concern before. So yeah, I thought I'd address that. But yeah, after that long discussion, let's get into Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like I said, extended reaction should be up on Patreon if you want to check that out. So with that said, let's go.
Well, it is quite a match between you two. On the one hand,
Buffy's not a bully.
To teach her with a trowel.
I didn't stab anyone with
What?
a trowel. They were pruning shears.
Happen.
What do you mean nothing's gonna happen?
Not until some dummy says, as long as nothing bad happens. It's the ultimate jinx.
Exactly.
What are you thinking?
Exactly.
What were you even thinking at all?
Now you've doomed us all, Xander.
Well, you guys don't know. Maybe this time it'll be different.
It's not. You can have hope all you want, but it's... See? That poor Sunnydale sign just got murdered. Oh, look at this bad boy with the trench coat. Okay.
I was actually at Woodstock. That was a weird gig.
Fell off a flower person,
accent,
and
though.
I
Ooh.
spent the next 6 hours watching my hand move.
Wow.
So, who do you kill for fun around here?
Who are you?
Spike.
Spike. Oh, is that your lover?
I'm a princess.
That's what you are.
She's either creepy or she's drunk. She's had too many vodkas. She's creepy.
Princess.
I'll chop her into messes.
You are my sweet.
This is so weird and I love it.
So,
I love it.
how about this Slayer?
I'm trying. I really am. I have a lot of pressure on me right now. Wait till you get a job. Sleep tight.
I mean, technically, she's got one. Saving the world. This is... I feel so bad, like... You can really see how... See? Everyone's in agreement.
Sheila's a no-show.
I hate him. Wow. Oh, damn, he rolled over quickly.
Slay.
Come on, Buffy.
Give me a hand.
Oh! There we go.
Happens on Saturday.
I kill you.
Then she's gonna sleep through Saturday. God damn. Wow.
Sitting for what, like 200 years? You don't know what a girl means when she says maybe she'll show?
Wow,
Suggesting.
2 centuries of dating. If you only had 2 a year, that's still like 400 dates with 400 different... Why do they call it a mace?
We have slightly more urgent matters to discuss.
God, this town will burn.
A pretty
This is creepy.
St. Vitus is coming up. Should be a party.
You should go up with
Ah,
the
shoot.
girls.
True.
The boy doesn't trust you.
Eat something.
Eat her. No.
You see,
No.
Edith, if you'd been good, you could watch with the rest.
She's... I have no words to describe her.
Of fury culminated in a savage attack on the night of St. Vigil.
She doesn't need this many stakes. I mean, if this guy Spike is as mean as you all said, it should be over pretty quickly.
Don't underestimate anything,
We're still all
Cordelia.
rooting
You're
on
still
Saturday. I'd
new
be there
to
for you myself if I didn't have a leg wax.
You guys hold on
Oh,
for it. And push
that is a
down.
more urgent crisis, Cordelia. God's sake.
There's forged 2 slayers in the last century, and
They both succumbed to him. Well, third time's the charm. Oh! Whoa. Wow. Surprise!
What can I say? Couldn't wait.
Yeah, is Buffy gonna... Like, Buffy's gonna... Oh, no. Not go on, Willow. Yeah!
You don't know? I'm a real kind of guy. You're too old to eat,
At least he's...
but not to kill.
Well, I was gonna say, at least he's
better.
being polite, but...
I don't make it out of here. I know you'll make sure she does.
bloody right I will. Fair enough, what's your plan?
Well, they split up to hold us here, so I'm gonna take them one-on-one. Set them up and knock them down.
Classic. Vintage.
Watch your back.
The concern from Giles, though, is just
Why don't you sit
breaks
down?
my heart.
No! Look,
He's
you heard
gonna
what Buffy
die.
said.
She's a stew. What does she know?
More than you, dipshit. He's gonna die. You're gonna be responsible. And I say expel him from the school.
Door solid.
Woo! Well,
Buffy, are you okay?
did she see that?
Buffy, look, get out of here, okay? We'll be all right.
Look, just hang on for one more minute until I tell you to open the door.
Sneak attack. Woo! That was close. Sneak plan ruined, but life saved. Oh! Bye.
Don't be silly. We're old friends. We'll do it together. Let's drink to it.
Headbutt. Headbutt. Oh!
You think you can fool me?
Yeah, he was ahead of the game, for crying out loud.
You were my sire, man. You were my Yoda. Not us, not demons. I'll tell you what. As a personal favor from me to you, I'll make it quick. It won't hurt a bit.
I love his characteristic.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
Bloody hell. He has a certain charm about him, which I love. Come on, Buffy. Oh, dang.
This one as much as this will.
Ah, shit. Oh!
You get the hell away from my daughter.
Oh, Joyce! Holy shit!
Women.
God freaking Joyce!
Nobody lays a hand on my little girl.
Buying it or not. And if he bit me, what then? We would have known he bought it. Yeah, what's the deal with you being Spike's sire? What's a sire?
Yeah, so Angel.
So,
Spike was his apprentice.
So, you want the usual story? Gang-related, PCP?
what you have in mind, the truth?
Right. Gang-related, PCP.
So he's.
So,
Resourceful and thinks of others in a crisis. No matter who you hang
Principal
out with,
Snyder's
or dumb teenage
wrong.
stuff you think you need to do. I'm gonna sleep better knowing all that.
Oh.
but how long till this wears off and you start ragging on me again?
No, at least a week and a half. Very cool.
Relish that moment.
Anyone else can hold me responsible
Ask for some aspirin.
and increase symptoms. Hey,
Oh my god!
I would do it exactly the same. Only I'd do this.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What the? Holy shit!
Let's see what's on TV.
Wow. Wow. Spike's like, yeah, this is my crib now. You don't like it? Die. Bloody hell, so so it seems like he's going to be a force to be reckoned with this season, which is pretty nifty. And that's great. I would like to see more of Spike, to be fair. I think he's got a charming characteristic and he's pretty fun. Drusilla, I think his girl is called. She is creepy. So they've got a really good power couple going on right there. But okay, so that was a surprise. They got rid of the anointed one. Like, wow. So that was pretty fun. That was probably my favorite episode of season 2 so far. Yeah, that was just super enjoyable. It's what I feel established a a season, the main season villain, I think, potentially. I think he is, definitely, with the way he got rid of the Anointed One, and which was pretty surprising, but I can't really complain. He was just there. He didn't really do much, to be fair, and I for one welcome our new Spike Overlord. No, he took some initiative, it seemed, whereas the Anointed One, I feel like the Anointed One didn't bring too much to the table. And I feel like Spike getting rid of him kind of did us all a favor, because he is putting some, like, whereas he's giving a lecture and all of that, Spike is actually taking some action, it seems. The Anointed One didn't really, well, to be fair, it was a surprise fight and all of that, but you could just tell with how he managed to bring a gang of vampires, how he dealt with the Anointed One, everything about him in this episode. He is ruthless and he doesn't play around. And I have really loved the introduction of Spike, to be fair. Like, he seems like a very interesting character with an incredible history. And you could, like, with this episode, you could tell he was going to be a main threat, because of how he was introduced, his interesting characteristics, and for me, maybe this is a bit too much, he's just got such a very seductive voice on him as well. And his relationship with Drusilla, I think it is, who's absolutely creepy in her own element. Not just that, though, but his reputation and relationship with Angel. He's not just a character you can afford to just bin with one episode. Like some of the established vampires, like the Free, I think it was in episode 5, and the assumed Anointed One. There's a lot of vampires who have who are not like the Master or the Anointed One or whatever, who have a reputation, but they can get like often one episode. Spike, I had a feeling as soon as we, like, the more we got into this episode, yeah, Spike can't be done and dusted. It would be a shame if we got rid of Spike. And it seems like he's going to stick around, and not just that, but he's taking charge, so this should be pretty fun to go into. But yeah, he was a very interesting character. Like, I absolutely just enjoyed his presence for some weird reason. Like, you're enjoying a villain and all of that, whereas you hate Mr. Cranky Pants, Mr. Snyder, Principal Snyder, which we'll get into in a minute, because there's some interesting stuff going on there. But I really loved Spike's introduction. Drusilla was absolutely creepy. I really love how they are both so connected, and they both have different characteristics. Like, Drusilla is absolutely great to the P, whereas Spike has this confidence around him. He has a solid reputation. He's threatening. So I really love what we got in this episode with the introduction of Spike and his characteristics. So it'll be very interesting to see him in future episodes, since he survived. And he was going to get Buffy, but then Joyce, holy crap, give her a round of applause. Well, first off, we felt a bit shaky when Joyce said that she doesn't want to be disappointed in Buffy again, and that always sucks to hear when you have that thought that your parents are disappointed in you, especially with Buffy trying to handle, which we saw in this episode, another good example about how she struggles to handle her life and all of that. It stings to hear that, doesn't it? And since Principal Snyder isn't really her biggest fan, there's a lot of pressure on her shoulders. But I really loved how not only was she involved, like, it really ties in together, like Spike showing up and all of that, and then Joyce getting an insight about Buffy and all of that, and how selfless she is. It really does align so well. And I really loved how Joyce not only took care of Spike like freaking hell, but also she basically disregarded what Snyder had said about Buffy and looked at more of her as a person rather than what her test scores say, especially with I guess Joyce having a bit more of a better idea about what Buffy does and all of that. So yeah. I gotta say though, the fight between Spike and Buffy that we saw was pretty fun to watch. I absolutely loved the choreography. Can't say it, but I really loved the fight between them two. And like I said, his reputation. I loved his scene with Angel when Angel was using Xander as bait. That was pretty cool as well for Angel to test him. But I liked the reputation that he had when he has already killed 2 Slayers in the past. So that was pretty interesting to pick up upon. I don't know why. It might be a bit of a stretch, but I am sensing a My Hero Academia vibe. Like the Slayers are those who held the power one for all, in a sense. It always... I don't know. For some reason, that stuck to my head. Like the previous Slayers are like the previous holders for one for all, this incredible power, this duty and all of that. So yeah, it feels like that. And so does and with that said, can you have, is it only limited to one person, like only one person at a time can be the Slayer and all of that? Because yeah, I don't know, but with the talk about this responsibility about being a Slayer and predecessors and all of that, I don't know. It just My Hero Academia is a great anime, by the way, but it just gave me that semblance. So yeah, but yeah, it was pretty good to be introduced to Spike. Like I said, the fight between him and Buffy was great, and that confrontation before the fight was pretty good. He's pretty charismatic. I love his characteristics. Yeah, he's just a fascinating character. So it was great to see. It was great to see how he gelled in with this show. So yeah, Snyder, you just love to hate him. Like, I honestly do love to hate him, and I think that's what should happen. Like, he's a character you love to hate. He's a spanner in the works for Buffy and her Slayer duties and all of that, but it seems like he's a bit in the known about the vampires and all of that, because he had that discussion with the police who are covering up this entire situation. So does he know that Buffy, like, does he have an idea that Buffy's the Slayer, and he might be and he's watching her closely because of her Slayer duties? I'm curious, because they're setting up something definitely with the fact that Snyder is covering this up and it's PCP. But yeah, I really enjoyed I do enjoy hating Snyder. Like, he's a character that you do love to hate and all of that. He's not meant to be liked. He's meant to be like, you've thrown a spanner in the works and all of that. So yeah, I do love to hate him, and how he keeps trying to bring Buffy down. We didn't get much with Willow and Co. and all of that, but I did love Willow and Cordelia in the broom closet, especially Cordelia praying at the end. Like, Willow, I'm sure that was sarcasm when Willow said, I guess we pray, and then Cordelia takes it to heart. So I really loved that. But yeah, it was a pretty stellar episode. I absolutely loved it. Joyce was an MVP in this episode. Great introductions to new villains by Anointed One. But yeah, it was pretty good. I absolutely felt roped into this episode so much. It's my favorite episode so far of season 2. Still early days, of course, but out of the 3 that we've already got, this one takes the cake. I just really have enjoyed. I really enjoyed every second about this episode, especially Spike. Like, I absolutely love his introduction to this. It was very solid. Yeah, they really left a good first impression for Spike, so brilliant stuff. But yeah, that was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!